How to become a senior developer and earn almost unlimited income. This is video 3 out of 3 in mini-series on software developer career path from 0 to senior. And I encourage you to watch first 2 videos, the links will be in the description below. But today we're talking about how to reach the final step, the last step, from mid-level general developer who is pretty stable in their career in life, but to reach seniority, senior level, where you would be hunted for job positions or projects where your salary would be as high as you can get in the web development sphere, and you would generally stop counting money, basically. That's the end goal, probably, for our careers, to be financially almost independent. And I would like to start with my own tweet, which you see on the screen. This is a philosophical, I think, philosophical difference between juniors, mids, and seniors. The more senior you become, the more you would think independently by yourself about architectural decisions of the projects, about serious parts of the applications, how to deploy stuff, how to make it stable, how to make it maintainable, scalable, sustainable, and all of those fancy words. Basically, you would be the last resort, the last responsible person on the team about the quality of the technical decisions on the whole project. But let's get practical. As in previous 2 videos, I've opened some job descriptions on junior and mid levels, so I will do the same on the seniors. And you would see that job descriptions themselves don't really change much from mid-level. If you look at general Laravel or PHP developer jobs for mids or seniors, there are not that many more new technologies that could be listed. It's the same technologies, just with bigger experience. Instead of 3 years, you would get 5 years. Instead of understanding, you would get knowledge or expert level, something like that. So let's take a look. Senior PHP developer in US, 5+ years of production quality development experience, which means real projects, production live projects for at least 5 years. And then there are keywords such as complex, experience, proficient, strong knowledge, expert knowledge. So it's the same technology, just on a different level. And also sometimes you are expected to switch between frameworks, like in this case, Laravel, CodeIgniter, Yi, and others. ... means anything, basically. So at a senior level, usually people are around 7-10 years of experience with a few technologies behind them, and it's easier for them to switch between new framework or even shift from the back end to the front end, with Vue.js, for example, being new on the market. So it's easier to adapt new technologies, and that is what is expected from senior developer. Another example. Again, solid experience, strong analytical skills, and that's what I meant in my tweet. You have to be a thinker, not a doer, because you will be the one person who would other come to for advice. Of course, you can ask advice colleagues as well, but you will be the one probably getting all the questions from the team, not the other way around. So you have to think about the whole project, sometimes thinking for the team, thinking how to best write or architecture the code so everyone would be more efficient. And another example, this is more technical, so minimum 5 years of experience. That's same as in previous one. Advanced knowledge, everything is advanced, excellent, excellent, excellent. Also architectural stuff like software design patterns, and more development tools like GitHub, Docker, and everything related to team management from technical point of view. So you could be CTO or technical lead or lead developer. It's the same keywords around the same position of a senior developer. Final example, the list could be really long if company wants to break it down to technologies, so 4+ years or Laravel 5+ years. SaaS model, MVC, AWS, solid principles, RESTful API, experience with this and that, comfortable working with legacy code, and more stuff, TDD, lifecycle management, and all of that. So job descriptions themselves, they don't give that much detail. But what you need to know is that senior developers are the final guys responsible for everything, for delivery, for if something goes wrong. It's usually about responsibility. But the same old saying goes, with more responsibility comes more money, so you can earn bigger salary and build a comfortable lifestyle for yourself and your family. Probably my biggest piece of advice if you are junior or mid-level and how to get to senior, try to watch the people who are senior or the most responsibility on your team, how they make decisions, what do, how they act in certain situations when something goes wrong, how they configure the servers. Try to learn from seniors and adapt their own practice, their decision-making process, and how they work. Another topic is sometimes senior developers are promoted into managers. So you become kind of a lead developer, which means you not only oversee the code, the architectural decisions, but also you oversee the team of other developers. And this is a tricky situation, because if a person is a good coder, even a great coder, it doesn't automatically mean that they are a good manager, because it requires totally different skills. And I hate companies who promote senior developers into managers even they don't really belong there. But if you are comfortable with managing people and working in a team from a senior level, then I would advise to read a lot about managing people, about even psychology, because that will require totally different skills. And I recommend a book called Managing Snowflakes, specifically about the path of a developer who is promoted into a manager or team lead. And I will link that book in the description of this video. And then final thought, what's next? So for example, you reach seniority in your company or in your field. What should be your next challenge if you are, for example, at 30, so still long life ahead of you? What to do? You have a few choices. One choice is to start something not related to your development career. Start a business, start a startup, invest in something. So start something new around business. It may be your own agency actually. And that is a pretty natural and typical scenario for senior developers. But before jumping there, think twice, because that is my path and I can tell my own story because I'm not a developer daily anymore. I'm more of a manager and content creator and a marketer and write code if I need to. And that requires totally different skills. So that's your own business, your own responsibility, but not for the code, for the money, for the people, for your employees' families, for the success of the project financially. It's not about quality of code there anymore. You cannot architect that in the code. You need to be good at sales, at marketing, so that's a totally different set of skills. If you are comfortable with that and if you want to do that, please do, but please think twice, because business is not as sexy as it is promoted everywhere. Another path of senior developer is just try new technologies. If you are senior in PHP or Laravel, maybe find something that will be even more interesting to you. Some new stuff, some AI stuff, machine learning, whatever. New frameworks, new technologies, they constantly appear every year, so there's no shortage of new skills, new frameworks to think, to try to adapt, maybe in your own company or just on the side. Just expand your knowledge and try to learn everything that interests you personally on top of your job. So these are my thoughts about the path of a developer from zero to senior and beyond. Pretty unstructured thoughts, but I hope it was helpful. And by the way, the reason why I did this series, I was trying to come up with audience. Who are my audience? So who are my people that I'm shooting those videos for? Who's my target audience? And I've identified that out of those three phases and groups, my target audience is from junior to mid. So developers who started their career, have some success, but struggle to jump to the next level, to bigger salary, to more stability and more practice with the project. I will continue on this channel and in my courses give practical advice for those who want to jump from junior to mid and beyond. And if you have any comments about this series or about this video, of course use YouTube comment and let's continue the discussion there.